me, ma'am.
Yes?
Hi, I was wondering if I can ask you a couple questions.
Well, of course you can. My name is Vanessa. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
What would you like to ask me?
Vanessa,
Yes?
how do you feel about technology?
How do I feel about technology? Well, I feel like most would. I like it. It's used in my everyday life. A day without technology for me would probably be a hard day worth living. Maybe a day to remember, or a day hard to remember. However, I understand that our minds and our bodies are so consumed by technology. For instance, did you know that with a simple touch of a key and a message can be quickly sent to whomever and wherever? The lack of human communication has diminished so much that what used to be deemed as the norm is almost seen as abnormal now.
Can you give us an example that illustrates what you're claiming?
An example? Ray Bradbury, author of August 2026, There Will Come Soft Rains, saw the disastrous future that humans were heading towards. This piece was written, I believe, in 1950, and even then it was evident to Bradbury that humans would succumb to technology.
May you explicate what you mean by that?
Of course. The short story quintessentially conveys the idea that all hope for humanity is lost to technology. As the story develops, the reader is enlightened by the fact that humanity has been wiped out by a nuclear explosion. However, technology has undergone survival. In this drawing, it shows the aftermath when destruction occurred. Here's the house and the surrounding rubble. If you zoom in right here is the house, and it displays an image of a family partaking in outdoorsy events. However, ultimately, the house too partakes in being nothing but rubble and ashes.
Elaborate in detail, as I am still unsure how the story connects to how humanity has been lost to technology.
It is evident through the setting of the story itself. The story is told in a futuristic time frame in which humanity no longer has to do anything for themselves due to, for example, the house having the ability to do everything that humans once used to be able to do.
Things such as?
Essentially, the house does not need the help of humans to keep on functioning. If you direct the camera in this direction, I have an illustration of what a robotic mouse may look like. And over here I've written, mechanical mice have been programmed to imitate humans with acts such as cleaning.
Is there anything else that shows how technology has the power to continue on without the help of humanity?
Indeed, there is. One other example being that the house has the ability to cook for itself. Moreover, there is an unforgettable scene in which a programmed voice states, "Miss McClellan, which poem would you like this evening?" And due to no response, a poem, a very symbolic one, is chosen.
What is the poem about? And may we have some insight?
I have actually written it down so that there could be a better understanding. And the poem goes like this. There will come soft rains and the smell of the ground, and swallows circling with their shimmering sound, and frogs in the pools singing at night, and wild plum trees in tremulous white. Robins will wear their feathery fire, whistling their whims on a low fence wire, and not one will know of the war, not one will care at last when it is done. Not one would mind, neither bird nor tree, if mankind perished utterly, and spring herself, when she woke at dawn, would scarcely know that we were gone. This poem here explicates the idea that even after humankind has perished, life will still continue on. If you direct the camera in this direction over here, it is evident that seasons such as spring herself will forever come and go. Nature's offspring, such as wild animals and plants, would not even notice if we humans were no longer around as well.
An exquisite piece. What are your thoughts on it?
The poem is a representation of life's ability to continue on without the help of humanity. Like technology, the natural world will continue on. Phrases such as, "Not one would mind, neither bird nor tree, if mankind perished utterly," and spring herself, when she woke at dawn, would scarcely know that we were gone. Let the reader become aware that in the end, humanity was inessential to the natural world. Spring, ultimately being a representation of renewal, leads the reader to believe that although destruction has occurred, plants and trees will eventually grow, and that the destruction will not affect the natural world at all.
Any last thoughts before we wrap up?
Well, as illustrated in August 2026, there will come soft rains. Technology is hitting its all-time peak. Bradbury's short story almost serves as a warning of awareness if humans continue to let technology serve as the dominant force. And with that, I will leave you with a quote by Welch D. Eberman, which states that the natural world does not need us in order to exist, that it would be as it is even if we humans were not here to know it.
Well, thank you so much for your time and for allowing this Q&A. I'll see you next time.
Until next time, goodbye.
Goodbye.